Hello children, welcome to the virtual session again. So we'll continue with the chapter 4, sorting materials into groups. So in this session, it will be mentioned for you to write in your notebook. So today we are going to see materials and their properties. We have seen the properties in the previous session, properties of materials: transparent, bendy, rigid, hard, soft. Many more properties you have for materials. So over here, classification. Materials can be classified based on several properties: transparency, hardness, soluble and insoluble, flow tensing, texture, states. You are going to write this in your notebook, children. Next, need for classification. So, why we need to classify materials? Classification makes everything easier and orderly for better understanding. How are materials classified? Materials are classified based on similarity in their properties such as appearance, hardness, states, transparency, solubility or density. So, you need to understand that why there is need to classify, and things becomes easier for us to understand. Classification we will see first based on appearance. So on appearance you have to take down this in your notebook. So appearance of a surface or a material can be lustrous, non-lustrous, rough, smooth, grainy, coarse. It can be in a solid state, liquid state and gaseous state. So all that comes in appearance because we feel it, it appears to us lustrous, non-lustrous, rough, smooth, grainy, coarse. So this we actually see them. So you have to take this down in your notebook. Materials can be differentiated from each other based on their looks. Some like diamond and gold are shiny and is termed as lustrous material because they appear shiny, gold and diamond. Some other materials like graphite and wood do not appear shiny and are generally known as non-lustrous material. So they don't appear shiny to us, that's why they are termed as non-lustrous. So the appearance shiny and non-shiny give you the appearance of lustrous and non-lustrous. You have to take this down in your notebook, children. Now, next, under appearance, we are going to see on the basis of states of matter. We have seen lustrous and non-lustrous. Under appearance itself, we are going to see solid, liquids and gases. So how material appear to us? Like over here, you can see a cup of tea. Cup is a solid, tea liquid, and the steam coming out of the hot tea is a gas. So the appearance, solid, liquid and gas, we can see over here. Now states of matter, we have seen three states of matter: solid, liquid and gas. So let us see, we can see some examples here. Solid has definite shape and definite volume. Examples: stones, wood, plastic, common salt, steel, ice, glass, etc. So solids have a definite shape and definite volume. So all these examples, they have definite shape and definite volume, isn't it, children? Liquid has indefinite shape but definite volume. So your example: water, milk, oil, etc. So over here, water will have indefinite shape but it has a definite volume. Milk has indefinite shape but definite volume. Oil has indefinite shape but definite volume. So that's why they are liquid. Gas has indefinite shape and indefinite volume. For example, oxygen, nitrogen, carbon dioxide, they all have indefinite shape and indefinite volume. I hope this is clear with you, children. Now under appearance itself, we are going to see the texture. Texture, you touch and feel the surface. So by your senses, you understand the appearance of the material. So on the basis of texture, you can classify material as rough, smooth, grainy, coarse, and many more. For you, you need to understand this four: rough, smooth, grainy, coarse. So let us see under appearance. What is texture? First of all, texture is a surface quality of materials. That means by touching the material, you come to know it's rough, smooth, coarse, uh, um, all that properties of the material you come to know. So because of that, it is under appearance we are going to learn texture. So texture tell us what material things are made up of. Artists can imitate textures or use real texture to appeal the viewer. So now over here, the texture of a surface can be smooth, rough, coarse, grainy. Your examples given below. You just need to write in your notebook what is texture. Texture is the surface quality of materials. Texture tells us what materials things are made up of. This much you are going to write in your notebook, and you are going to just see the examples over here. You can see smooth texture over here, that CD you can see, rough texture orange, the peel of orange. Then you see scrubber here, coarse texture. So you, by the sense of touch, you understand the texture of the surface or the texture of the materials. And over here you have a fruit avocado. Your avocado fruit, the surface is grainy, so it's a grainy texture. You just need to write down first two lines of this, what is texture, in your notebook. Then rough materials. What is rough materials? The materials are irregular in the rough materials. They are irregular, uneven, and friction with not smooth is the texture of the rough material. Means it is uneven and it has friction, and it is not smooth. So that is called as the rough material. So when you feel friction by touching, so that becomes a rough material. And it is not smooth at all. At the middle of the material, there is some distraction, and it takes more time to reach the fixed destination because of the roughness. So, like you can imagine, imagine you are sliding. So on the slide is very smooth surface. So you just slide down, and it will not take much time for you to slide. And if you have a friction on the surface, then when you slide and there is a friction, there's some obstruction, it's a rough surface, then it will take time to reach the destination. So here's a good example given over here of a rough material. So slider, if you slide and it is a smooth surface, you just slide and you it takes less time. But if it is a rough, then it will take more time to reach the fixed destination because of the roughness. The examples for rough materials are bumpy rock and sandpaper. Sandpaper is a paper which we use to polish surfaces. So it has a rough texture, rough surface. So you polish before applying paints and all, you polish walls and all that. So it's a sandpaper which is very rough. Then smooth material. So what is smooth material? These materials are smooth and polished. It is even and not rough, which lacks friction. Is the texture of the smooth material. It is even and not rough. So over there you can compare like that. So it is not rough and it is even surface, and which lacks friction. Lacks friction means it will not have friction. So the very good examples, the slider, when you slide and the surface is very smooth, so you sliding becomes easier and will go very fast. This kind of material, very smooth material. The examples for smooth materials are smooth fabric and silk. So by just touching the material of the fabric, you can understand the texture is smooth or rough. So you must have realized when you wear that time also the texture of the fabric you can feel. So you have the example here, smooth fabric and silk is a smooth material. So now here we end the session, children. whatever points been told to you and been mentioned in the video for you to write, just write that much point for the day. And we will continue with more properties of materials. Today we had finished with the appearance, the classification based on appearance. Under that we have learned different type of appearance: lustrous, non-lustrous, texture you had learned, smooth, rough, grainy, coarse, and you have seen the states which comes under appearance again: solid, liquid, and gases. So here we end the session. Have a great day, children.